Hello everyone, this is Mr. DeBetz, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to start editing your Flipbook animation in Premiere Pro. So once you open up the program, you're going to want to click New Project. Once you click New Project, you're going to name it Flipbook and your name. Go over to the import settings. You also want to make sure that where it says Create New Sequence, that this button is blue. Once you have the name and you check the import setting, you're then going to locate the files that you airdrop to your computer. In this case, I made a folder on my desktop called Flipbook. And you're going to notice that I actually went in, renamed all of these pictures to the frame number. So 1 all the way down to 60. Once you locate it, you're going to import your files. So in order to do this, you find Flipbook file. You're just going to click here in this left corner. You'll see a check mark. It turns blue. And then you're going to hit Create. Once you hit Create, it's actually going to take all of your photos and put it onto your timeline for you. But if I were to play this Flipbook, you're going to sort of see that the animation isn't very smooth. It's very slow and clunky. So here, let me show you an example. So again, it's just moving way too slowly. We need to sort of speed this up, otherwise it's going to take forever and ever. In order to speed up these clips, here's what you're going to do. You have this little bar here at the bottom of your timeline. We're going to sort of shrink it down a little bit by moving it to the right. You're going to click and hold on the timeline. You're going to create this box that's going to then select all of these images. Once you do that, you're going to hit Control on the keyboard. You're going to click on one of these clips. It's going to open up this menu, and you're going to look for something called Speed and Duration. You're going to click on that, and currently each picture is about 4 seconds. So all you have to do to change this is you're going to click on the time, drag it to the left to shrink it down. We're going to go to about 28 here, and then you're going to hit OK. Once you do that, though, you're going to notice as I expand my timeline, there's these huge gaps. So if this were to play, you're going to see the image. It's going to go black and then go to the next one. And again, this is just not going to work. So in order to get rid of these gaps, you're just going to click. You're going to see this sort of white space, hit delete, and then it's going to move over each image. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Just to sort of give you a sense of how to do this. So again, this might take some time. Delete, delete, delete. So now the idea is the images have been trimmed and the animation should move a little quicker, just to sort of give you a look here. So again, that looks a little better. If that's not to your liking, all you would have to do again is to select all the clips, which I'm actually going to do. You're going to right click, control click on one of them, look for speed and duration. And I'm actually going to shrink this down even more. Let's go to about 10. So again, I got to zoom in on my timeline so I can see these clips. Again, there's another gap, so you just click in between them, hit delete, and then you're going to close the gap. So again, this is going to take some time. Feel free to fast forward in the video as I am putting together all of my Flipbook images here. And I'm still going at it. It's going to take some time, but it's going to make the animation look a lot smoother, a lot cleaner, and more believable. Almost there. Cool, and then that was my last one. So now I trimmed each of these images. The animation should be a lot smoother and move a lot more fluidly. So let's take a look. Perfect. So again, now we get sort of this sense of motion. And we actually have an animation that we can look at here. All right, so now that you have the images together in a sequence, the next step is you want to add some music and some sound effects. In order to do that, I have some links included where you can download free music, free sound effects. But again, you want to go into your import button here. I actually downloaded a track that I am just going to add. Let's just do this jungle waves. Make sure you turn off the new sequence. You're going to import the music. It's going to go into your media bin. You're going to drag it onto the timeline. And now you're going to sort of see this flipbook with some music. But you're going to notice that this track goes on and on and on. So we're going to go to our toolbar. We're going to use the razor tool. We're going to slice it. Now the track is split in two. I'm going to delete the second half. And now you have your flipbook here, along with some music. To turn down the volume, you're going to go to the side here. You can drag this down. You'll see this little white bar. And it'll actually let me turn down the decibels to the music so it's not as loud. Again, same thing applies for sound effects. You would just go into import. I believe I have a plasma bounce here. I'm going to import it, drag it to my timeline. I'm going to give it a listen. And the idea is I would take this sound effect and I would try and coordinate it with my animation. So again, it's not quite, it's slightly off, but I think you guys get the idea. Cool. And it's really that simple. And it just takes a lot of patience, and your flipbook should be done.